All right, ladies, if you're a woman over 50 and you keep hearing all about protein and wondering what all the fuss is about, I'm here to share with you what every woman over 50 needs to know about protein. First, let's consider this fact. Protein is very important for both muscle growth and repair as well as bone health. Now, you might ask, but why is this important for women over 50 specifically? Because when you go through menopause, menopause brings with it both bone loss as well as a decrease in muscle mass. And just think about this, the very things that we need to hold our bodies up, our bones and our muscles, are becoming weaker. We depend on our bones and our muscles for structure. We depend on our bones and our muscles for movement. We depend on our bones and our muscles to help us do all the things that we need to do and all the things that we want to do. However, going through menopause and as women over 50, our bones and muscles become weaker, and that is why we need protein. So, how do we go about getting protein? Well, we get protein through our diet. In fact, ingesting protein, making sure that we have enough protein in our diet, can be one of the most accessible things that we can do to ensure that we have a healthy and strong life both now and in the future. The only thing is, many women don't eat near as much protein as they should get daily. And here's the thing, it's interesting because the recommended dietary allowance, or the RDA, it recommends zero point 0.8 grams of protein per day per kilogram of body weight. That is about 0.36 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's nothing. In fact, research shows that older adults like us, need more protein daily than the RDA. And that's because as you get older, the body doesn't really break down protein as well as it should. So, how much protein? More like zero point 0.5 to 1.0 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's what all women over 50 should aim for when it comes to making sure that they get enough protein daily. All right, so you might be wondering, fine, Tracy, but how do I measure my protein? How do I know how many grams of protein that I'm getting? Well, I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can do that. The first way is by using your food labels. Look on your food labels. Every food label will have the amount of grams of protein that can be found in that food. The second thing you can do is you can measure your protein by using a food scale in combination with an app. Or you can use that food scale in combination with a website like the USDA website. And the third thing you can do is you can actually use your palm. Your palm can help you measure the amount of protein that you have. A palm size protein gives you about 20 to 30 grams of protein. All right, how do you get started? Because I know at this point you are ready to begin to increase your protein, right? All right, consider these 3 things before you get started. First, make sure you increase your protein just a bit at a time. You want to make sure that you're able to increase that protein over time so that it's not overwhelming, all right? Make it accessible and attainable. Number 2, be intentional about increasing your protein. So plan your meals around a protein source, and that includes your snacks as well. And number 3, eat the protein that you enjoy and that you like. Now, I've talked about eating protein that you like and planning your meals around your protein source. So now let's look at a few different examples of proteins that you can incorporate into your nutrition. All right, so what are some really good protein sources for you to consider. All right, so you're going to consider things like chicken, turkey, lean beef. You're also going to consider seafood, fish, and shrimp. You can also consider dairy, different milks and cottage cheese and Greek yogurts. You can also consider beans and legumes. Those are all some really great sources of protein. Keep in mind that there are many types of foods that contain protein but are not necessarily considered high protein sources. Here's an example: peanut butter. I'm sorry to break it to you, but peanut butter, which we all love, is more of a fat source than a protein source. Now, does it have protein in it? Absolutely, it has protein in it. But don't use that as one of your main protein sources. I'm not telling you not to eat peanut butter. I'm just saying when it comes to protein, and if you're really keeping track of your protein, there are better sources of protein for you to eat besides peanut butter. All right, ladies, now that you know the importance of protein to women over 50, it's time for you to increase your daily intake of protein. You know, I once suggested to a woman that she eat 100 grams of protein each day, and she said to me, I could never eat that much protein. So if you need ideas on how to increase your protein, make sure you check out my video, 5 Actions to Help Women Over 50 Increase Their Daily Protein. Oh, also, don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video and feel free to leave a comment.